Hi, this is Edith, Instructional Innovation Trainer at Klamath Community College, and in this video I'm going to go over some helpful tips for Microsoft Word. The first thing I'd like to start with is how to open a PDF in Microsoft Word. Opening a PDF makes it editable within Word. You will get an error message when you first open it. I'm going to open this one here. It will say that Word is going to convert the PDF into a Word file and that some of the formatting may be lost due to that conversion. If you're okay with this, just go ahead and say okay. Now I have an editable document. I can actually click on this, delete it, put it back, whatever I choose to do within the document. If I want to save it as a PDF after I'm done with the document, I can go into File, Save As, select where I'm going to put it, and right here I can save it as a PDF. The next thing I'd like to show you is templates. So I'm going to create a new document, and there are lots of templates available to you. You can actually search for a particular template, or you can go into the suggested search. And I'll go ahead and click on business so you can kind of see what's happening in here. So these are all different types of templates that you can use and edit for your own purposes. You also have a whole list of categories here as well. So this is quite extensive as far as the use of templates. The other thing that I can do, let me go ahead and delete this out again. I'm going to go ahead and save the document, and I'm going to close it. So what I'm trying to show here is that there is a way for you to pick up where you left off. So I'm going to go ahead and open this one back up. And if I do Shift F5, it's going to show me exactly where I was the last time that I started editing. You can see that right here. It brings me straight to it, and then I don't have to go looking throughout the document where was the last place that I did some editing. Perhaps I closed the document without saving it, or I had a power outage and I hadn't saved the document recently, or it was within the timeline that I have my system set to save the documents. I can actually auto recover the file. So I would go back into Word, and I can just go into open another document. And down here, recover unsaved documents. And then I get a list of all the documents that I did not save or may not have been able to save because of a power outage. So I'll go ahead and select this one for now. And I'm going to open it. And so this is a document that was recovered onto my system. And now I can save it as a document. Another feature that we can do is customize the ribbon. So we go to File and Options, Customize Ribbon. I can add any of these commands to a new tab or a new group. You need to set one or the other. So I'm going to go ahead and click on New Tab. I would change this to All Commands. Or, as you see here, commands not in the ribbons. But I'm going to go ahead and just save it to All Commands. Do all commands now so you can see the list that is actually available to you. There is a lot of information here. So perhaps I want to add a home page and an ink equation. And I'm going to just say, okay, you're going to see that I actually have a new tab here that I created with that option. If I don't want that tab anymore, I can go into the Customize ribbon, highlight it, and remove it. Understand that all the main tabs you cannot remove from the ribbon at all. If you try to, you'll see that they're all grayed out. You cannot add or remove from here. Another feature that's available to you from Microsoft Word is checking the compatibility of the document. So if you have a document that is perhaps a 2016 Office document and then you want to put it on a 2003 Office program, you can check the compatibility here. Go in here, click on Check for Issues and check compatibility. And if I go in here, I have the options to show that if they would be compatible to Word. 97 to 2003, 2007, or 2010. I can also check for accessibility in that same area. So if you have students who have some type of disability, this is a good way of checking the document to see what changes you might be able to make it more accessible. So if you click on here, you will actually get this right here, toolbar over here. You can see that I have missing alternate text. So there may be something that I would write in here. So if the user was visually impaired and they have the document read to them, it might say something like title, EDUCAUSE, review. And you can change all of that within the document to help make it more accessible. I can share this document with anybody as well. And how you would share is click right here. And then I can invite people. I can invite them from Outlook. I can also choose whether they edit or view it. So maybe I just want them to be able to view it. I don't want them to make any changes. So I could put in there that they can only view. I can also automatically share changes. So if I do have somebody editing with me on this document, I can say, always ask me if I approve of the changes, or just share them all the time. This feature that I'm going to go over next is really actually very exciting and very dynamic if you're trying to navigate somebody throughout your document. You can actually hyperlink to other areas in your document. So I can come down here and go into Insert and click on Hyperlink. And you can see I can hyperlink to an existing file or web page. So I can actually hyperlink to a whole nother document if I choose to do that. Or I can hyperlink to a place in the document, which I'll show you in just a minute. I can create a new document, hyperlink, or I can hyperlink to an email address. So if I want to hyperlink to a place in this document, because I have headers, I can actually pick one of these, and then I'm going to hyperlink to it. So perhaps I am right here, and I want to hyperlink this word to another area within the document because maybe I want to focus on accessibility. I can click on this and say, okay, this now becomes a link. And if I control click, it's going to take me down to that area of the document. I can also bookmark in the document. So perhaps I want that to be right here. I'm going to create a bookmark. So I'm going to bookmark this. I'm going to call it a name. So we'll call it accessible. Oh, no spaces. And then click add. And then I'll come back up here and I will choose a different word. Let's go to American Disabilities Act. We can actually hyperlink that, and then I can choose my bookmark here and say okay, and then do the same thing, control click, and now it brings me back down there. The other thing with hyperlinking, perhaps you want to show an existing file or a web page. This will show you your most recent documents, or you can go and search the web. And I can select this right here. I can do it one of two ways. I can either grab this and copy it, or I can go into the Word document and it shows up right here automatically for me. If you go to a web page and you just want to copy and paste it, you can just copy and paste it in here without having to do the search like I just did. I can also create a new document that's going to also be hyperlinked to, or I can hyperlink to an email address. One thing that does come up a lot that people have asked me, how do I find my hidden characters? Microsoft Word 2016 has actually really made this super easy for you. Just click right here on this little icon, the paragraph icon, and now I have all my little hidden characters showing. So I can actually find maybe there was a space missing, or I want to check, like Franklin hates the double spaces after a period. I want to double check and see if I can find any double spaces after a period. I can also delete a whole word. So if I go right here, put my mouse there and hit Control Backspace, it deletes the whole word for me. And if I want to undo, Control Z or hit the undo up here. If I want to add additional bullets to my document and I want it to be quick and easy for me, I can actually type an asterisk and start typing. I've created a bullet. Or I can start typing 1 and I have a numbered list here. You do get this mini toolbar here. This just gives you some options if you don't want it automatically numbering for you. So perhaps you're going to skip some numbers. You can turn that off. You can also stop automatically creating the lists. And then we have auto format options as well. Another thing we can do is do different types of underlines. And the type of underlining I'm talking about is not the same as if I was to click right here and click underline. What I'm talking about is if I wanted to go to the page width. So this most simple, most common used one is just a regular underline of a title. So if I type some text, I hit return and I hit my hyphen 3 times and hit enter. It now underlines the whole width of the page. I can also highlight this, create this as a color bar. So that it pops out a little bit for you. Other types of underlines that I can do, if I do underscore 3 times, I get a bolded line. If I do the equal sign 3 times, I get a double line. If I do the hashtag 3 times, I get this type of line. And if I do an asterisk 3 times, I get a dotted line. Microsoft has added this feature to Microsoft Word. It's called Smart Lookup. You can find it under review. And what this does is actually go out to the internet and finds you information about the highlighted text. So if I were to click on that, I'm going to get some information here on the side that tells me some information about accessibility. And I can actually go in and look at more and see if I can find something else that I want more information about. It's really actually a very useful tool if you just want some basic information. Perhaps I want to know a little bit more about accessibility, or there's something specific I'm looking for. I can actually find that in there. You can always contact me by email, warden@klamathcc.edu, extension 340. And you can find me on Skype for Business, Edith Warden, and we can always IM, video conference, and share screens. Thank you and have a great day.